Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back with another banging video. So in this video we're gonna talk about Anne Burrell. Do you guys remember Anne Burrell from Food Network? And I've been talking about her for the past couple of weeks about her passing. So basically they found her on the floor of her bathroom and there were some bottles of pills on the floor beside her. Her husband found her. He was told to administer CPR. 911 said that they're not sure if he did, but when they arrived on the scene, they administered CPR to her for at least 30 minutes, but she had passed away. Now, initially they were saying that it appeared to be something like a cardiac arrest. Then they said that she overdosed. Now, there's a new report out and they're saying that she passed away from self-deletion, but it was unintentional. So basically, the New York City Office of Chief Medical Examiners, they're saying that the official manner of death was by self-deletion, that is word, and the cause of death was acute intoxication due to combined effects of diphenhydramine, ethanol, um, cetirizine, and amphetamine. Yes, amphetamine. So they're saying basically the combination of drug poisoned her, and so they're classifying it as suicide because while it was not intentional, they're saying basically she didn't intend to take her own life, but because at the end of the combination, it poisoned her, so it is classified as self-deletion. Now, the report further goes on to say, as we reported, Anne was found unresponsive in her Brooklyn home last month after emergency medical service personnel got a call for a woman in need of assistance. Paramedics could not revive Burrell and she was declared dead. Anne's husband, Stuart Claxton, found her lying on the shower floor inside a bathroom in their home, and our sources told us cops found a bunch of pills nearby. Anne, a native New Yorker, hosted Food Network shows Worst Cooks in America and Secret of a Restaurant, amongst others. She also appeared in the Iron Chef franchise. Burrell was only 55 years old, and she appeared happy in her last social media post before her death, smiling in a selfie last Thursday on a beautiful day in Brooklyn. That's it. So if you haven't seen the other videos, I would encourage you to check the other videos that I did. I don't know, but from the get-go, I felt, I'm wondering if I should be even saying this, but from the get-go, I felt like, someone knew she had a stash and the stash was tampered with. I remember coming across Anne Burrell on Food Network a couple years ago. This was more than 10 years ago. And that's when I used to watch cable TV a lot, and I was obsessed with the Food Network channels, and I was obsessed with Iron Chef. And one person that pulled me into Food Network was Anne Burrell, because I don't know, there's something about people and their uniqueness and their individuality that actually just sucks me in. Like when I see someone who is an artist and they are different and they maintain that uniqueness, that genuineness, that was Anne Burrell. But while I was watching her as time passed, she had this kind of goofy, kind of funny thing about her, but she was passionate at the same time. She appeared to be warm, kind, friendly. And I don't know, as I watched the show, I was like, seems like this lady's on something. I would always say that to myself, but I still loved her because she appeared to be just a genuine person. Just imagine watching a show, looking at an individual and feeling connected to them. Yeah, so I felt connected to Anne. And even though I stopped watching those Food Networks and Iron Chef, like when I heard about her passing, I felt it because you know, I really do love her. Do you know how you haven't met someone, but you have, drawn a likeness to them because of their personality? For me, that was Anne. So when I heard about her passing, I was really, really sad because I was saying Anne was such fun. Like, Anne is that girl that I believe you would go to a club and you would just hang out all night together, having fun, not feeling like you're interacting with a stranger and appear to be warm, friendly, and just that sweet, sweet, genuine person. That is what I, get every time I watch her show. But I could also tell that, it appeared as though she was on something, but it still was not a deter for me because she just appeared to be so kind, so warm, and just so in love with what she did. And it's really sad to hear that she has passed. But my condolences to her friends and family. But for some reason, the moment that I heard she had passed, I was wondering if someone, tampered with her stash. Like, I cannot shake a feeling, you know, God forbid, and God forgive me if I'm wrong, but I cannot shake a feeling like someone had tampered with something. And I don't know if it is because so much has been exposed about Hollywood and how oftentimes they would tamper with these celebrities' stash and then these celebrities, they just pass away. I find it to be really weird consistently because I'm saying across the world, there are so many people addicted to drugs and other substances. Why is it that it is always the people with the money that are passing away, it seems, on a more rapid ratio? Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, they should be the safer ones. Like, they have more money, they have more resources, more connections. But then again, you also have to realize that with more money and no balance, if you have more money, and you don't have self-discipline and self-control, do you know how oftentimes we're told that to be poor is a crime? To be wealthy is also a crime as well. And sometimes it's just psychology and how you look at it because to be wealthy can be a curse to a lot of people if you don't have balance. Being poor can shorten your lifespan as well as being wealthy because when you have access to the money and the resources, sometimes without that, control, you often overindulge in things that are harmful, risky, and can result in you being taken off the planet quickly. And you find that happening to a lot of wealthy people. They involve and indulge in unhealthy practices, overheating, overindulging, and they develop a lot of complications and they die young. So I want you guys to remember always, and as I've always said to the people on my platform, never let anyone shame you in life because of your financial status. Because as people, we're just people. Our financial status oftentimes doesn't keep us safe and away from the weathers of life. We're all going to go through different experiences, and our experiences, no matter how unpleasant or pleasant, it doesn't make us more or less of a human being. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. A man is just a man. Your financial background doesn't change the fact that, you know, bad things or unfortunate events can happen to you. But it's really sad, to hear about Han passing at 55. Like, Anne is that girl that you would want to see in her 80s and how she interacts with grandkids and all, Anne is that girl that you believe at 80s she'll be hiding a whiskey bottle in a corner somewhere, taking a sip and just having a good time. That's how I've always envisioned this woman. So even though world apart, so much feel connected to her because of her personality. And I find it to be just such an amazing, beautiful thing. But sleep in peace, beautiful Anne, because as we know, in the midst of life, We are in depth, and that's just all I want to share in this video with you guys. Stay safe, keep your loved ones close, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.